Alright everybody, welcome back to Cartron. Today we're going to be looking at the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrofoglio. Of course, Quadrofoglio referring to Alfa Romeo's infamous 4-clover badge. Now, why is this car so special? Well, the title is not clickbait. This very well may be the last and the best super sedan ever made. And there's a big reason for that. It's because of cars like the BMW M5, which for years was the driver's supercar, the everyman supercar with a big V8 and long shifts. But now it's all plug-in hybrids, and now the drive system on the new one, which just released, is now 882 pounds. Okay, we're looking at a nearly 6,000 pound car, and I'm sorry, you can have all the horsepower in the world and all the little plug-in technology, but you're not going to be able to move what is essentially a boulder on wheels. Okay, further to the point, everyone's favorite fall from grace, which is the Mercedes-AMG 663. The V8 is gone. Now we have a 4-cylinder with a hybrid, and honestly, I don't think a single person actually likes this car. Look, from the outside, is it cool looking? The prototype with the coupe? It is a cool car, but the reality of the situation is that it's not selling well, and there's a damn good reason why. Anyways, back to the Alfa though. It's a mechanically awesome car. It obviously has the basic, dynamic stuff that you expect from modern super sedan, but it also has active aero frontal divider, which is a cool way of saying, hey, the aerodynamic flaps at the front actually move around depending on your speed and your cornering and whatever, to be able to, cool the brakes or the engine or, whatever. And you also have an LSD. They also give you, from what I hear, a fantastic active suspension. And further to the point, it's just a nice thoroughbred sports car that happens to have four doors. Not to mention, it has probably one of the coolest things any car can have, which is a Ferrari engine. That's right, it has damn near the exact engine you can find in the Ferrari California T. Well, minus 2 cylinders, of course. The Ferrari has a bi-turbo V8, while the Alfa has a bi-turbo V6. They also released a Super Sport edition, which is, all black, blacked out, cool. It's a cool, unique badge. It has some suspension tuning from what I hear, and exhausts are apparently even better sounding, which is a big accomplishment in my opinion. Same engine though. 520 horsepower, in my opinion, is more than you need. This car, you should be buying it for the feel. But, if you do want a good investment, look, you should never buy a car as an investment. But I'm just saying, the US imports are getting quite a lot of traction these days. People want less electrified cars. This is the previous gen model with the old headlights, as you can see. However, I reckon these will fetch pretty decent money. But it's time for us to now configure said car. So, just to mention, I'm going to be using Spain's website here for the configuration, as it tends to be a good median for Europe's pricing, under Germany but above Italy, that sort of thing. The Quadrofoglio, unfortunately, isn't actually available in many regions, even here in the EU, so just be careful. Keep that in mind while watching the video. The pricing you see here should be maximum plus minus 10,000 euro. The deviation shouldn't be that much more. Anyhow, for my own personal configuration, I've gone with Montreal Green because I think that it's just the best car you can get for this car by far. The standard rims, I think the round out Quadrofoglio wheels are just the best for this car. Let's get a side view here. If it loads, there we are. Those look just so classic. Unfortunately, it's black only, which I get because of hardcore whatever sort of car. But it would have nice to maybe get some glossy options or matte options. That would be nice. The brake calipers, funnily enough, cannot be changed. They have to be gray, so that's a shame. I've also gotten the ADAS package, which is important because look, it's 115,000 in your car. You don't want it stolen and not be able to find it. Just get it just in case. Plus, it also has some active driver assist, which is nice. Other than that, I don't think you should be getting the seats. I also don't think you should be getting the carbon ceramic brakes for this car, mainly because, well, look, this car is supposed to be an everyday supercar. In my opinion, it's supposed to be a Ferrari with 4 doors that's actually relatively practical, and one that you don't have to really worry about being this fragile little thing that might break in the while you're grocery shopping in the parking lot. I just don't want that. So I feel like you should not get the carbon ceramic brakes. They squeal, they decay, and replacing them is going to burn an actual hole in your pocket. So I think, however, you should be getting the 3 or 4 odd thousand euro carbon roof. Look, this is gonna make the induction noise feel so much nicer. And here's a fun fact for you: most of the time when you actually hear the exhaust noise, most of it is actually happens to be vibrations throughout the chassis of the car, meaning the carbon roof will actually probably help you hear the car's engine more than the exhaust may do. Anyhow, if you just scroll down here, I feel like you should also be getting the custom car cover for this. It's a bit pricey here. You should probably find one online for cheaper, but hey, this is from Alfa, so if anything happens, you can blame them for your painting damage, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, there's not much else to configure on this car, although I should warn you before we continue, the parking sensor on this car is optional, despite the fact that Alfa literally gives you everything else for a standard. By the way, thank you, unlike Porsche, which gives you absolutely nothing even if you get the Turbo S model. I mean, they give you the aluminium pedals, the Alcantara lining, the everything, right? Except they don't give you the parking sensor as standard, which is a weird hill to die on, in my opinion. I do wonder how many people haven't watched my videos and haven't seen the fact that the parking sensor on this 100,000 euro car is in fact optional. I just didn't get it, which is kind of funny but kind of not in the same time. But yeah, that's going to be my configuration for the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrofoglio. Hope you enjoyed the video, and catch you on the next one. See ya!